come alive. She said, all the men have lost their courage because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above. I like this, sister. Y'all can keep judging her if y'all want to, but I like her. Because there are certain sins that have long-term stigmas on them. And this is one of them. Everywhere we ever see her in the Bible, she's known as Rahab the harlot. And I'm going to know you can outlive your past. Watch this. But you can't outlive some people from your past. That's something extra for you. Because there's some people in your past who would never, ever let you forget who you used to be. Oh, I'm teaching to somebody tonight. But all you got to do is keep living. Tell somebody, keep living. If you keep living, you will outlive who you used to be. Text says that she says they are afraid of you. You got the right God because he's the God above in heaven and he's also God in the earth beneath. Now, therefore, now watch this. She shifts. Now, you got to know this is a sister. Tell somebody this is a sister. Tell somebody this is a sister now. Why is that important? Because a sister know how to negotiate. Can I get a witness? Is there a sister in this? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Is there a sister in this room who ever went to a store and came out with merchandise cheaper than what they said it was going to cost you? Where are you? Where are you? Go on, tell on yourself. Go on, tell on yourself. You're in this room. Went in a store and they told you, well, it's so and so. That's what the price is. No, it got a hole in it. A button missing off of it. Look at that arm. That's irregular. One arm longer than the other one. They'll find something. It's a stain in it. When we can't see it, get a magnifying glass. Look at it deep. And they going to get it for some percentage. They run into the right sister. Because this sister shifts from position and provision to a plea. Watch verse 12 and 13. She says, listen, now I pray you and swear unto me by the Lord. Watch this. Since I have shown you kindness, y'all missing this, that you will also show kindness unto my father's house. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are you looking out for them? This the same group of your family who kicked you out of Jericho. Come on, let's talk about this. Because when God blesses you, and I'm not talking about a little blessing. When God bless you, you ought to find somebody to bless. Watch this. She said, listen, my father's house, and give me a true token. Verse 13, and that ye will save alive my father, my father and my mother and my brothers and sisters. She want her whole house saved. Who in the room wants your whole house saved? Tell somebody, I need my whole. Touch your neighbor and say, listen, I'm not talking about the folk who just live with me. I need my whole family. I'm talking to somebody in here. I need everybody connected to me, everybody who got my last name, everybody in my lineage, everybody in my family tree. I need them all saved. This sister negotiates this deal better than Donald Trump. Talk to me, somebody. She a businesswoman. Y'all missed that. See, you were caught up in her profession, and you missed her position. She owns the house, which means, Sister Gita, she's a businesswoman. Y'all ain't hearing me. So she knows how to negotiate big deals. She said, listen, when all of this go down and y'all come back in here to spoil this city, she said, I want to save my father. I want to save my mother. I know they ain't been good to me. I want to save my brothers. Y'all ain't hearing this. They treated me bad, but I want to forgive all of them, and I want to spare all of them. All my sisters and all at somebody and say, work that deal, sister, work that deal. And deliver our lives from death. Now watch what the men say. The men answered her, I'm just reading the Bible. Our life for yours. In other words, we can do you less than you have done for me. I want to shout myself, but can somebody help me lift this up? Isn't it wonderful if people would just give you back what you gave them? Ooh, God. Ooh, tell somebody I'll share that with you, but I'm shouting right now. I just need them to give me back what I gave them. Where are the loyal people in the room? Talk to me in the room. You loyal to a fault. You know you shouldn't be that loyal, but it's just down in you. And you know they making a fool of you. You know they playing you, but it's just down in you to be who you are. Can I tell you, this text teaches you that if you hold on to God, he'll make them give you back everything you gave them. Watch this. He says, listen, our life for yours. Now watch this. If you utter not this our business, in other words, sister, keep this on the DL. Don't tell nobody. And it shall be when the Lord have given us the land that we will deal kindly and truly with thee. Then watch this. She said, now listen, I'm shifting from position and provisions to a plea. I got a plan. Tell somebody you got to have a plan. Never negotiate a deal without a plan. The people who really find themselves destitute and broke are people who don't know how to close a deal. See, I went to a service station that had a Burger King and a Popeyes in it. I was traveling somewhere, I can't remember where, but they had a Popeyes chicken and a Burger King in the same service station. And I was trying to figure out how in the world would an owner allow another competitor to come in. So I asked the gentleman behind the window, I said, listen, you own this service station? He said, yeah, I own it. I said, it's a good little lick you got here with, Burger King and Popeyes in here. He said, yeah. He says, and both of them were good with the deal. I said, why were they good with the deal? He said, because they don't sell the same thing. I'm going to let that sink in because y'all ain't got it yet. He said, one sells chicken. The other one sells hamburgers. And the one who sells hamburgers is never threatened by the one who sells chicken. Y'all missing this. And the one who sells chicken is never threatened by the one who sells hamburgers. Matter of fact, they love being in the same spot because there are families who don't just eat chicken. Y'all missing this. And they got a variety. They got a choice now. And see, when it comes to closing the deal, when you got to close the deal, you got to have a plan. Look at three people and shout, get a plan, get a plan, get a plan. You are one plan away from being a billionaire. You are one plan away from being a billionaire. Y'all missing this. You are one plan away from getting out of debt. You are one plan away from changing your whole future. You are one plan. Tell somebody, I'm one plan away. She said, now listen, here's the plan. Now it don't seem like a huge plan, but you got to watch it to the end now. She says, verse 15, I'm going to let you down by a cord. She said, there's nothing to this cord. It's not magical. It's just scarlet. It's just red. It's a red cord. Come, oh my God. Tell somebody it's a red cord. The last time I checked, anybody who's associated to Christ ought to get excited around the color red. Tell somebody the blood is red. What is this woman doing with a red cord in her house? that she's been saving for this moment. She goes and get that cord. She said, I'm going to let you down by this cord. Now watch this. This is what came to me just a second ago. The Holy Spirit said, she's holding the top end of the cord while these grown men are lowered down on the other side. Do you know how strong? What gave her the strength? Not in her muscles. Watch this. The deal gave her strength. That if I hold this cord long enough, I'm letting my future down. Y'all missing this. I'm letting that which is going to deliver my whole family down. And I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know it's burning my hand. I know I can't hold it no longer. But I got to hold on to it because it's not just for me. I'm holding this for generations to come. I'm holding this for brothers who didn't like me and sisters who couldn't stand me. I'm holding this for a mother and father who didn't never prefer me and promote me. I'm going to be the one that God is going to use to save our whole family. Tell somebody, you are that one. She said, now listen, I'm going to let you down by this cord. He says, now, for her house was upon the town wall. That's important. She said, I'm close enough to the city that I'm not in it. She said, when I lower you down, you're going to be at the wall. She said, now listen, you got to have some common sense. You too, Mountain Brook, I'm going to teach you some hood. Watch this. She said, now, when you get down, she says, get to the mountains. Y'all ain't hearing me. She said, get to the mountains, lest the pursuers meet you. There is somebody still out there looking for you. Watch this. They looking for you because they know your future is about to happen. And they want to destroy it. They want to destroy you before it ever comes into fruition. So watch what he says. She said, listen, your pursuers are still out there. They're ready to meet you. She said, hide yourself in the mountain. Somebody else shouted. I'm looking for my church crowd on a Wednesday night. I'm looking for the saints. I'm looking for some church folk on a Wednesday night who got a Sunday morning spirit. You didn't shout over the red cord, but you got to give him a praise over the 3 days now. You know, he died, but you can help me. He got up with all power in his hand. She said, hide out for 3 days. She said, when you hide out for 3 days, watch what happens. She says, until the pursuers be returned. And then afterwards, go your way. She said, I don't even know where you're going back to, but I know where you got to come back to because we made a deal. The men said unto her, we will be blameless of this thine oath, which thou hast made and swear. Watch this. And behold, when they were come into the land, thou shalt bind, watch this same line, y'all listen to this, of Scott. He says, what we want you to do, because when we get back, we're not going to have time to tell you what the plan is. He says, we want you to take this same cord. Oh, God, that's a sermon. And the same cord you let us down with, hang it out your window. And that's going to be the same cord that deliver you. Isn't it amazing? The thing you use to help deliver somebody else, God will turn it around and make the same thing deliver you. Touch your neighbor and say, I'm sorry to be getting this so excited on a Wednesday. He said, the same line of scarlet. He says, thread in the window, which thou didst let us down by, and thou shalt bring thy father, mother, thy brother, and all thy father's house. Get everybody in your house. Here's the plan. Leah, he's saying to her, now by the time we come back, whoever is in your house now, get them out. Because you're going to have some room to get all your y'all ain't hearing me. in here. In other words, you got to change your lifestyle. Y'all missing that? I eased up on it because I know if I had rushed on it, y'all would have ran from it. But how many of you can't stay with God and keep living the way you've been living? Look at somebody, some got to change. Something got to change. Watch this. So he says, listen, whoever's downstairs, whatever they doing, you got to put them out. And bring your whole house in. Now, you didn't shout on that part. This is where I shout. Tracy, he said, now, bring the people who never would have come here. Tell them if they're going to survive, if they're going to live, if they're going to make it, they got to come where they never wanted to come. Oh, don't tell me God won't humble some folk in your own family. I know they ain't talking to you now. They acting all salty and throwing shade now. They don't even come to functions you go to because they've been carrying a 50-year grudge. But can I tell you, God will raise you up to where they going to have to come back. Just wait on him. Just wait on him. He said, listen, bring all of them into your house. He said, when you get them all in your house, it shall be to whosoever shall go out of your doors of the house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head, and we will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in thy house, his blood shall be on our head, if any man lay hand on him. And if thou utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath, which thou hast made us to swear. And watch this. And she said, according unto your words, so be it. Tell somebody she closed the deal. And so she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet. Wait a minute. You got to know this a sister. You got to know this a sister now. They told her, when we leave and come back, have the thread, the scarlet cord hanging out the window. This sister, Joe, takes the cord right then. Oh, God. Tell somebody you missing it because you think you got time you don't have. This sister said, I don't know if they're coming back tonight. I don't know if they're coming back tomorrow, but this cord going to be in this window. Look at somebody and say, what's in your window? What's in your window? She puts the cord out right then. And they went and came unto the mountain and abode there 3 days until the pursuers were returned. I got to quit this. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the land, all the way, but found them not. Ooh, I love when a plan come together. So the two men, the two spies, returned and descended from the mountain and passed over and passed. I'm sorry, it's just little stuff that jump out to me. And passed over and came to Joshua the son of Nun and told him all the things that befell them. And they said unto Joshua, truly the Lord hath delivered into our hands all the land. Talks about all the land. For even all the inhabitants of the country do faint. Y'all missing this because of us. Now, I got to quit this. Watch this. Flip over to chapter 6. Flip over to chapter 6. I'm doing the express version of this. When you get to chapter 6, you've seen her position, her provisions, her plea, her plan. Watch her protection. Watch a God that she does not have relationship with take care of her. Because she has made a covenant. She doesn't know it. She called it a deal. She called it a plan. But she had cut covenant with those men. And those men now have her under their charge. And just like God blesses them, they're going to bless her. Tell somebody it's important who you connected to. Chapter 6, here's the fast forward version. You know it as the Jericho wall. They show up for 1 week, and every day they walk around, Sister Richardson, the wall, one time. Go home. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. seventh day. God says, I'm doing this so I can prepare you to spoil the city. What he's really saying is, it never took me 7 days to do it. It took me 7 days to get you out of you and enough me in you. Y'all missed that. In other words, I had to walk some stuff out of you so I could walk some stuff in you. And as they were walking around for 6 days, you got to know, somebody said, it don't take all this. Come on, somebody. This is Jericho. It's inhabited by the descendants of Ham. Some folk like us. You got to know, somebody said, you know he don't know what he's doing. You know he didn't led us right here, and Lord, we're just walking around this wall. This is the most crazy and stupidest thing, and we just as dumb to be out here walking with him. But watch this. None of them left. Be careful of people who got a whole lot of negativity about a place they never leave. Be careful. They'll drive you away while they stay. Y'all missing this. It's church folk. I wish I could say this on a Sunday morning. It's church folk who will make you leave your place of purpose negative, and they just stay right there. Man, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. All this walking ain't good for you. This can't be right. This can't be God. God ain't the author of confusion. Don't none of this make sense to us. God ain't showed none of us we supposed to be doing this. All this walking ain't good no way. All this walking is bad for your feet. Joshua didn't pay none of it attention. God, how many know when God has told you something, don't allow sideline people to mess up your game? He's walking. He said, all right, tomorrow when you come, I need to put, now this is where he got in trouble. He said, now I need to put you in order. You're not going to get to stand where you normally stand. Ooh, he finna mess these church folk up. Y'all missing this. You're not going to get to sit where you normally sit. I'm going to mess up your comfort zone. Now, you ain't going to be able to sing what you want to, read what you got to do it my way. For 6 days, we've been walking your way. Now, this day, we're going to do it God's way. And instead of walking one time, we're going to walk 7. 7 times, and don't say nothing. Watch it. He says, and don't utter a word. He said, when I command you to shout. He said, y'all missing this. When I command you to shout, open your mouth and say, you got to know there was some folk there, they was mad. Because there's a whole lot of things you can tell folk to do, but when you tell them to shut up, who he think he talking to? I'm grown. I'm a man all day. I'm a woman all day. I put my pants on just like he do. But they didn't say nothing. He'll march around 7 times. On the 7th time, he told the priest to blow the trumpet. When they blew the trumpet, he told the people, shout now. And when the people shouted, the walls. Now, when you read this, we have read it in a non-theological way. The walls did not fall out. Because if the walls fell flat, it would have fell on them. Come on, somebody. But the Bible says it fell flat, which means, watch this, Sister Linda, it fell right into the ground. And so what the enemy thought was protecting them just start coming, y'all missing this, start coming down right before it. Can you imagine your enemy standing behind a wall thinking that they got security only for their wall to start slowly coming down? And the one thing that they fear now they're looking at, start to run. And as they start to run, the Israelites enter the camp they kill all of them, spoil the city. And Joshua says, wait! We made a covenant with a woman at a harlot house. I got it that time. At a harlot's house. He tells the same two men, God, he tells the same two men who cut covenant with her, go to her house. I'm in verse 24, 25. And when he gets there, the Bible says they get her and everybody in her house. Which meant, watch this, she not only has influence, but she has affluence. You got to have influence to get people to do what they want to do. But you got to have, this is leadership, you got to have affluence to get people to do what they don't want to do. So the text says that they get all the men. Verse 25 says, and Joshua saved Rahab. Y'all missing this. The harlot alive. Why does he keep perpetuating her past, even on her present? She's saved. She's delivered. She's set free. But they keep bringing up her past. I believe it is so, watch this, because God wants you to forever be reminded that your past is not where you're going to return. It is where people can come from. Say that again, Pastor E. Your past is not where you are going to return. It is only there to remind people where they can come from. So he's reminding every harlot, public and private, the one on the corner and the one who works in the penthouse. He said, I'm reminding you that there is nothing you could ever stoop so low to do that I can't save you. Save the harlot alive and her father's household and all that she had, and she dwelleth in Israel even unto this day. Now you got to read this as Moses is writing it, as Joshua is writing it. And as Joshua is writing it, he's writing it in present day. And as he's writing it in present day, watch this, he says she still lives in Israel. That means, Sister Taylor, her lifestyle ended. It ended the night that she drove the people out and brought her family in. Then she marries, watch this. She dwelled in Israel even unto this day because she hid the messengers which Joshua sent to spy out Jericho. Now, if you flip over again to Matthew chapter 1, you can pick up from verse 25 because she marries a fellow by the name of Salmon. And when she marries Salmon, Matthew 1 verse 5, thank you. When you see she is now married, Salmon, this is important, this is why I started here, so that when you reteach this, you cannot reteach this without going to Matthew 1. Watch this, verse 5. And Salmon with Rahab produces a baby boy who is half Jewish, half African, named Boaz. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So here's my question for you. Well, before I ask that, here's the statement I want to make. They have Boaz.